You are seriously...
Oh no!
Nothing can withstand the might of Devastator!
Oh no! Oh hey, Prowl, you's a good guy. Means to be okay.
Prepare for extermination!
Told you. You suck.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at part of a third-party item. It's the Perfect Effect Combiner Wars Devastator upgrade kit. Well, part of it. Now this kit came out, was it late last year? Not too terribly long ago, and what they did was they upgraded the parts for the Constructicons and Devastator. They gave the steam shovel a better functional steam shovel, and the cement truck, the proper US flat-faced truck face that we're used to. The one that we got is really more seen, I think, in England than you see in the US. I mean, on occasion you'll see that style here, but we're used to the flatbed or flat-faced truck, and they added a few other little upgrades to it, like shoulder bits and hands and things. And what I did not realize, they made an alternate head for Devastator, which was very, very cool. Now the price on that set was like very, very high. It was kind of silly expensive, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on it, so I ended up passing on it. But what I didn't know is they had made this upgrade for the head, which I thought was interesting. And what it is, it's the comic book Prowl Devastator, which is very cool. So spoiler alert, if you haven't read the comics, then you're going to be in for a surprise, I guess. Because in the comic book, Prowl ends up taking over the Constructicons and merges with them, and he controls kind of Devastator, and it starts ripping him apart mentally and that kind of stuff. So that's what this set is. It lets you put Prowl on top of Devastator, like we've seen in the comics, and then the Prowl type head for Devastator, which is very cool. It's got his little red wings up there. And Devastator kind of goes crazy in the comics because of it, which is very, very awesome. Now, the reason that I got the headset here is a fellow Transformers fan on one of the Facebook groups was looking to get rid of this. He had gotten a set but didn't want the head. He just wanted the steam shovel and the cement mixer parts. I think he sold the bulk of the rest of the other parts off, and I ended up with the head. He also gave me the shoulder bits, which I didn't use. I didn't particularly care for those. And I was just interested in the head, and he gave these to me for very, 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 very cheap. So I thought it was worth the review. Definitely cool. Now, taking a look at them, very, very neat. The Prowl piece right here, we'll get this in the focus here. So what this does is just kind of clips over on top of Devastator. I like how it's got kind of Prowl's chest piece there, a bunch of black, and then the head sculpt looks nice. I'd like to compare that to a Combiner Wars Prowl. It's on a ball joint, so he can look all over the place. There you can see the ball joint back there. I like the little vent in the back. Looks pretty cool. We'll definitely throw this on top of Devastator and give it a look here in a bit. And then here is Devastator's head, or the alternate head. Very cool. I am digging that. I love the little crazy scream he's got going on there. I like the red wings. Very nice. It's all enclosed. Very well done. And that just sits on top of Prowl. You just put Prowl's head in here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very, very cool, very neat. Definitely digging it. Now, the nice thing about this set, it doesn't damage Devastator at all, and it's very easy to apply. You simply don't pull Devastator's head out. You're going to throw Prowl on top of the shoulders there, and then you're going to take the alternate head and clamp it on top of Prowl's head, and that's it. So very cool, very easy to switch out, and it's just a nice little alternative for your Combiner Wars Devastator. So let's go ahead and get this set on Devastator and see what we think. So here we have Devastator, and I mean this is the original head, of course. Now to compare the alternate head here, I'm just going to set it on his shoulder next to him. Oh, it's a double-headed Devastator. This is actually the way it generally sits on my shelf. I don't know why, but I like that for some reason. So yeah, drastically different. This one is way more like the comic books, with Prowl obviously on it, and then this of course is the traditional head that you get for Devastator here. And there's been alternate versions of this, and I think there's been a couple 3P variants out there for Devastator, which is kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and put the Prowl piece on top of this Devastator and see what that looks like. Alright, so as you can see, that thing can be tricky to kind of get down in there, but once you do get it in proper, there's a peg that goes in all the way in there, and then there's a little peg that clamps to the front part. And there he is, looking all kinds of cool. I like this. He's, just kind of sitting up there. It easily pops off. It's easier to get off than actually to get on. So if I can get this into focus. Yeah, these two pegs right here. Well, this first peg clips right there, the other one just kind of sits there, and then this piece is going to go into the little slot in the back. So once you get that in, it goes on pretty decent, and you just kind of mess with it to get it to sit the way you want it to sit. But yeah, definitely cool. I am digging it. This is a pretty iconic scene from the comic book, and I definitely like it. It's a nice little alternative, and it kind of shows the scale of this guy. Let me back the camera up a little bit so you can see how tiny that little head is, but it's definitely pretty cool. I am digging it, and it was a nice little additive that perfect effect threw in there. Now, as far as putting the Devastator head on, you're basically just going to mount this on top of the Prowl head. So let's see if I can get that on there. Like thus, there it is. And now we have Devastator. And the nice thing is the Prowl head acts as the ball joint on this, and works pretty well. I like it. So just kind of a back up here so you can see it. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It fits. It's a nice little alternative. A lot of people aren't going to like this because, well, they don't like the comic book versions, but if you do like comic variations, this is definitely pretty cool. So is this something that you want to add to your Transformers collection? Well, again, if you like the comics, then you're definitely going to like this. If you want all those upgrade parts for Devastator, that is definitely something that you might want to get. I just couldn't see spending the money for the parts when I was perfectly happy with the Devastator that we got. But, I don't know. I may change my mind at some point. But the reason that I got the head, like I said, was because I got it very, very cheap from a fellow Transformers fan who was looking just to get rid of the part because he didn't want it. That being said, it was nice review fodder for me, and I do like the comics, and I like variations on figures, and this definitely hits that niche for me. So there is the Prowl Devastator, or Prowlastator, isn't that what people call him, head from Perfect Effect.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.